I don't really like where and how I set the camera up today. Makes me look shorter than I am, but it's okay. It's okay. And also, I just realized something. I didn't want to be this close. So give me a New York second. I know. Be patient with me, please. I'm just getting used to doing this with this piece of equipment. So I'm not perfect. And guess what? I'm not going to be perfect ever because the only one that's perfect is God or a higher power. Or some may say that the universe itself. But I'm not. So, at any rate, I'm Al Torcaso, as I've already said, and my personal texting number is actually 412-559-2731. Now, to all of you subscribers and all of you who have pressed the notification bell, those of you who come in randomly because I'm in the live stream notifications or however you get here, I appreciate you. I want to thank you for being here. Now, I need to explain some things because if I don't explain them, a lot of times it's going to be like on a ship that doesn't have a destination planned out. And they don't know how they're going to get there. So if they don't have the destination and they don't know how they're going to get there, they're going to be lost at sea, to use that as kind of an analogy or metaphor. So I want you to realize who I actually am. A lot of you already know. A lot of you like, man, that guy's something else. Well, let me say this. Normally, when you're doing a Facebook Live or any social media, in this case, YouTube live stream, it's really, unless you're speaking back and forth in the chat, God willing you are, but it's essentially, you know what it is? It's a one-way street. It looks like somebody came in here. Let me take a quick peek. I'm sorry, but it's the only way I can see it. Hey, we got, it's kind of hard for me to see the name, but enjoy. I can't see the rest. A little bit hard for me because I have very small words here, very small text. And it looks like Miss Alice. So hello to everybody. Now, if I don't answer you, it's not because I'm being rude. Believe me, Lord knows I'm not going to be rude like that. But I'm on a regular Android phone, and it's kind of hard to see. So at any rate, here's the deal. As I was saying, it's usually a one-way street. Whoever's making the content decides, this is what I'm going to do, right? Well, I'm different than a lot of people. So you who have subscribed, I feel honored that you're here. Yeah, I said honored. So I want to know what you would like me to talk about, what you want. But understand this, you always have to keep one thing in mind. I actually have a mission. And to all of you who I did not say hi to, I can't really see you. I see that other people came in. Welcome to the live stream. But let me get back to the business at hand. What I would like from all of you is to either email me at actoraj2@gmail.com. That's ACTORAJ, the actual number 2, @gmail.com. What I'd really like is for you to text me or email me, like I said, whichever one you feel, better with. But I need to know what you would like. But I want you to understand who I am before you take off. If you leave early, I'm a guy who's been on TV. I have been on TV as actual television talk show host on what they call public access. I would go live the first Tuesday of every month in Pittsburgh, PA, live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was a bona fide talk show producer and host. Now, my TV series was and will always, is Humanity Matters Live. Not in production right now, but for 19 years it was. However, you need to know what I'm about. I'm about us, but it goes further than that. I talk a good game. A lot of people like to say, Al, you talk a good game, but do you back it up? Well, with God's mighty help, I'm starting to back it up even more. Yes, I back it up. For those of you who might want to speak that way, yes, I put it this way. I don't say something if I can't get it done. I don't ask you to do anything that I haven't done or wouldn't do. But there's a wee bit of a problem here. I may not be getting a message to you or to the people watching, even after all these thousands of videos. I really need you to understand what my dream is and why it's so important to your life. No, I'm not arrogant because all the glory goes to God. But what is my dream? First of all, the late Martin Luther King had a dream that basically all people would have human rights, equality, and get along and other things. And I also have a dream. And believe me, I'm going to, one day I will speak and do some of Martin Luther King's speech. But I care about a lot of the people throughout history that has made positive change and life-changing changes for our planet. We talk about Gandhi. We could talk about Abraham Lincoln. We could talk about George Washington and the founding fathers and the founding mothers of the United States of America. We could talk about Nelson Mandela, a whole lot of people that has helped us to change our lives. But let's get to 2024. I do have a dream. I have an actual agenda, and it involves you, believe it or not. You see, here's the deal. I would like to see the end of scarcity, aka poverty. I would like to see the end of people getting jobs in what is called minimum wage. I'm not even impressed with living wage. Now, y'all might be like, man, what's up with this guy? So if you stick around, you're going to know what's up with this guy. Here's what I want for you and for me, but also for you. I see a day where you walk into any store on earth and you can get what you need. I want to repeat that. I hope you're all still here. I love y'all from a very spiritual sense. And again, 412-559-2731. You can get through to me in a text. I see and foresee a day when all of us can go to any store or go online and order from any website what we need and have enough money that when we get home, the money we spent has already been back into our account. It's been replaced. Even better, I see a day where you come home and you have even more money in that account than what you spent wherever you spent. Now, some of you may say, are you talking about things that I could get at a dollar store and have money? Are you talking about, when you say any store, are you really saying every store? Well, there's a limit, theoretically. At some point, there is a quote unquote limit. But in reality, my friends, there is no limit. So you might say, okay, you know that some of the most expensive stores or high-end stores are in the United States and in California on Rodeo Drive. Rodeo Drive. I hope I said that right. In the Beverly Hills and stuff like that. Are you saying, did you see a day one day that I could go there and get whatever I want and have the equal amount of money that I had before I spent it or even more? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Are you saying you see a day, Albert or Al, where I am what you would call rich or wealthy? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Why do I want you to be rich or wealthy? I'll tell you why. Because I've seen too much poverty. I lived in too much poverty. Now that's all changing, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, this very minute, I'm still in my house that I want a better house. I want a better vehicle. But here's the deal. We can't just wish this. We can't just watch a video and wish this. We have to take action. Well, check this out. You have the ability to become a millionaire. Excuse me, did I just say that? Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. And even if you're 16 years old or 17 years old, 18 years old, I'm addressing you as yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. Because it's all about respect for me. Now, I may get a little uppity. I may get a little animated. It's going to happen, most likely. You don't know how important you really are to me. And I'm not pointing you to be rude. It's just like a habit that I'm working on here. I might have to hold my hands because if not, it's going to look like I'm flying, moving around too much. I'm going to work on that. Anyway, let me get down to the business at hand. How important are you, who are considered strangers, which, by the way, as far as I'm concerned, no one's really a stranger. It's just the person we haven't met yet. Now, that being said, how important really are you to me? Well, I've lived my life trying to see people get an upper hand and earn income since about 2012. And I told this story on another live or two, and I'll probably tell it 1,000 times more, not to be repetitive, not to get on your last nerve, but every time you tell something, there's probably somebody going to be new that hears it, no matter if it's on social media, in face-to-face, or on YouTube or whatever. So you may have heard it multiple times, but somebody else may not have. Well, let me fast forward a little bit. So in 2012, I started getting into what they call businesses or side hustles, whatever you want to call it. Well, last year, 2023, for those of you who believe in a higher power of any kind, last year, God blessed me and my team and Ivan, our team. We found that company I've been telling you about. No, I'm not going to mention it right now. For all of you who don't know what I'm referring to, look at my other videos or go to Facebook under Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. But let me get down to what I want. Oh, I know you heard that a million online, and almost every time it turned out to be not legitimate, or it may be legitimate, but it's too hard to afford. So I'm going to talk about LG, but not in the same way. One thing I want you to know, I want you to get a heads up on something here. This company that I'm in, you can get into it as an affiliate. And remember, and y'all might want to sit down so you don't fall down if you're standing up. You can start this business, this life-altering, groundbreaking, revolutionary, industry-changing business for less than $50. That's right, $49.95 will make you be an affiliate and a member. Now check this out. Let's say you like the idea, but you don't want to do the affiliate part, but you just want to be a member to get the 75% to 90% discounts. You want to get the discounts of 75 to 90%, sometimes more. You want to get that discount. If you just want to be a member in LG, it's $9.95. But for those of you who are still here, I'm not going to be talking all day about LG. That's not what this is about. But I'm going to throw down something. Sometimes I just got to share it the way it's meant to be. Most of the time I do that. You see, LG, you got to kind of look at it as Amazon, eBay, or any of these online discount websites where you can get incredibly low-cost products. It's not always that low cost on Amazon, by the way. I might let you know that. Excuse me for those of you who don't know. But I want you, for your mindset, I want you to think about LG as like an Amazon. Here's the catch. Or I should say, here's the difference. You can be buying 1 million products on Amazon. Get a lot of discounts, get what you love what you get. But with LG, if you do decide to be an LG affiliate, you can start bringing in other affiliates and earning an income. You might say, can you tell me exactly what I would earn? Okay, when you first bring in an affiliate, you earn $25. For those of you who don't think that's a big deal, if you have an extra $25, text me. I'll give you my PayPal account and you can give me the $25. I'm kidding on that. But now you're getting it. You may not feel that is a big deal, but would you want to give it out to just anybody? I'm gonna take a guess and say no. Now, here's the thing. When you get into Live Good or LG as an affiliate and or member, you're going to have access to a lot of information. Now, some of you have done network marketing, affiliate marketing, and you own your brick and mortar businesses. Some of y'all might do that. So you know about compensation plans and what have you. Well, not that I'm here to talk about LG, but you do need to know the facts. LG doesn't just give you $25 and that's it. No, we're not like any of the other companies you've ever heard of. And I'm not saying that because it's all that in the bag of chips. I'm not trying to hype it. For me, all the glory goes to God. No, I'm telling you this because it happens to be true. We're not like everybody else. That's why we have almost 2 million people in less than 2 years. In less than 2 years, my friends. Even Amazon didn't do that their first year. It took them 2 complete years to get more than 1 million people. We did it in less than, I think it was 13 months. Now, here's the deal. I know y'all don't probably want to know about compensation plans, and I'm not here to explain it. What I can tell you is that once you start as an affiliate and you go from quote unquote, say you're a bronze, which takes only 2 people to get. Let's say you brought in 2 affiliates and you became a bronze. You're already going to increase your potential income. And I can tell you now that there's a whole lot of ways to get paid in Live Good. And so for those of you who want to know about the compensation plan, once you are actually an affiliate, you don't have to worry about that because you will have what they call a back office. You will have a video of the compensation plan in detail. And guess who explains it to you? Y'all may not be ready for this. The chief executive officer, the owner of the entire company. But remember I said that LG is different? Every week, you get to hear from the CEO and the founding members, not once, but twice a week. 2 different Zoom calls. That's right. Now, you actually get to hear from 2 of the owners 3 times a week. Now, you might say, wait a minute, why? They're 3 totally different calls. But on Mondays, Dr. Ryan, who's one of the owners, the founders, and Lisa Goodkin, Dr. Ryan and Lisa Goodkin explain some of our products in detail. And I'm not going to lie to you, LG is all about getting people healthier through supplements, exercise, or what have you. Whatever way might work. Now, you might think this is all about LG and you might have left. I hope you didn't. This is not. I'm going to share this with you. There's a reason why I want you to be rich. God willing, you'll be able to do that. Scarcity kills. Poverty kills. There's no other way around it. Y'all might be 16 or 17, and you might be thinking, poverty kills. I almost could say that you already know that because you've experienced somebody in your life dying because of lack of money or because of where they had to live or violence because of where they were living or where you may be living. Poverty kills. But even in a broader sense, my mother died in 2002 from breast cancer. No, I think it might have been lung cancer. It's been a while. You know why she died? Because they really didn't give her pretty much any treatment. You want to know why they didn't? Because she had the low-end medical care. She had the basic, what they call Medicaid, but at the time, in 2002, it wasn't even as good as it is today. And it's not that great. It's better than nothing, and it does a lot for you. Don't get me wrong. It saved my life probably at least 100 times it saved my life. But if you need extensive, like alternate therapy, if you have cancer, alternative therapy, it won't really do that for you. But what really upset me is they didn't even let her get into any kind of experimental treatment. And pretty much because she was poor, they let her die. Guess what, friends? This may be depressing, I'm sorry, but if you're poor, a lot of times they let you die. I'm probably not giving you any breaking news. I'm sure you know that. For those of you who don't, if you're poor, they let you die. But let's get a little bit more real, if you will. When you're poor, do you have a choice to live where you want to live? When you're poor, do you have a choice if you work at, let's say, a fast food restaurant? Can you just go into your boss and say, I don't feel like working today. I don't feel good. No, more than likely, they're going to say, if you don't work, you're going to be fired. I want you, sorry about the pointing, I apologize, but I want you, all of you, no matter what your age is, I want all of you to be able, potentially, to be able to walk into any job after you've reached that level where you're getting equal or better. I want you to have the ability to walk into any job and be like, I am putting in my 2 weeks notice and leave that job and be your own boss. Let me say that again. Be your own boss. Now, whether you join LG or a different side hustle or whatever you try, guess what? You are the CEO of your own business. Make no mistake, LG is a business. Now, I don't know if anybody's here anymore. God willing, you are. Let me look at this. I know it's embarrassing, but I gotta see what I gotta see, right? I'm not gonna ignore my team over here. Y'all mean something to me. Okay, I appreciate the subs, Ellis. I appreciate that. Why didn't you tell me you was going live? Oh, Charles, I apologize. I kind of unexpectedly did the live. I wasn't really ready yet. All right. Looks like Muhammad or what have you. He said, yes, there is. Yes, there is Al Capone. Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, there is Al Capone. No, you didn't. Who's the other person? Looks like Anthony. I'm just going to say Anthony B. I do not want to say it wrong. Now, Anthony said, give me some money, or basically give me money. All right. Anthony, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have went there with me. No, sir, no, ma'am. Anthony, you want some money? Woo! Boy, you just unloaded. You ready? You bet. If you still here, Anthony, trust me, that was not a good idea. You want some money, huh? Okay, Anthony. Okay. I love y'all. So that means I love Anthony too, spiritually. Anybody that's still here? Y'all want some money? Get into LG as an affiliate. And then share the same exact 5-minute video that you watched that got you in. And then Anthony has the potential to get a whole lot of money. Now, I said the potential to get a whole lot of money. But I'm going to have to say it like this. You have the potential to get a whole lot of money. Sorry, can't help it. Anthony started. I'm going to finish it. Yeah. Love y'all, Anthony. I love y'all. But in all seriousness, that's right. You see, I've been downplaying almost in every video. I've been downplaying something I know about Live Good. And I wasn't going to go back to LG. But Anthony said, give me some money. Okay. I can't give you the money, Anthony, or anybody. But you have the potential to earn some serious money. Now, I don't want to really tell you the truth about our top affiliate, how much income he earns a month. And when I said don't want to tell you the truth, it's not because I'm going to lie to you. No, I would never do that to Ellis or Tay or Anthony or any of you. The reason I don't want you to know yet, and I'm going to tell you, but the reason why I didn't want you to know is because once I tell you, you're going to think that it's not true. I almost guarantee you're not going to believe it, but it's true. But I'm going to prove it to you that it's true. See, I'm unlike anybody you ever met. I bring out the facts, and I even tell you how to verify it or fact check it. Since we're in the political, presidential, and other political campaign season, yeah, you can fact check this. So, look up Tim, Tim Miller, Miller, and go to his Facebook page and follow Tim. I think you can still follow him. He has a whole lot of followers. Follow Tim, and you can also look him up as Timbo Miller. And he's on YouTube either as Tim Miller or Timbo Miller. Now, Tim started LG. When he started, he was homeless and in a wheelchair. Tim was homeless, didn't have anywhere to go, except every now and then a shelter, I think overnight. But he was hurting. He was hurting. He was homeless and he was in a wheelchair. And the only thing he had was a free government phone. When he started, now, Tim kept sharing the exact same 5-minute video that you would get when you're an affiliate. Tim, and I believe you get it as a member too, not 1,000,000,000% on that, but Tim shared and shared and shared and shared and shared on Facebook. And almost 99%, I think, was Facebook. And he shared and shared and shared. Every month now, every single month, Tim Miller or Timbo. Now, this is the part I didn't want you to hear because I don't want to scare you away. But this is the God's truth. Right hand up to God for any of you to believe in God. Atheists, I love you all too. So I'll just say to the universe or something. But for me, it's the Lord thy God and Jesus Christ. I love everybody, no matter what your faith is. Lack of faith. Personally, I wish you would believe in God because I could tell you some stories that would probably get you to believe in God. Possibly. I won't say would, but may. I could even tell you my life story and you'd be like, wow. You'd probably have your mouth open so wide you could fit in a couple of cigars. And I'm not saying it to be nasty. I'm for real. If I told you how many times I almost died and some of the things I've experienced in life, you would just be like, I've been through some stuff. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't really want to tell you how much Tim's earning because I don't want to scare you away. But you, I consider you part of my family, even though you don't know me yet. Tim Miller is earning right now, on average, $100,000 every month. I'm going to say that again. Tim Miller, on average, is earning over $100,000 a month. I want to do it one more time to really let it sink in mentally. Not that it doesn't, but he's actually earning over $100,000 a month. Yes, that's over $1 million. We do know that. Now, that being said, it's very important to understand that when he first came in, just like anybody else, he was getting $0.00. But he shared the exact same 5-minute free tour video that each and every one of you can go to, and each and every one of you who became an affiliate would have. The exact same free tour. But I want you to challenge me. I told you I was different than everybody. I don't want you all to believe me. No, I don't. Because if you don't just rely on me, you will be able to see it. Not the money, obviously, but you will be able to go to Facebook, look up Tim or Timbo Miller, go to his post, read his post, and learn about him on YouTube also. You will experience it. Then you'll be like, wow, he wasn't lying. And for the record, for those of you who may still be here, there is nothing that I hold back. I had done my TV series for 19 years, Humanity Matters Live. No, I'm not doing rerun or rebroadcast. Let me tell you something. You can go to Google right now, and you can look up Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. And you can see a whole lot of stuff that I've done, whole lot of links. Then you can also type in Humanity Matters Live here on YouTube, I believe on Facebook, definitely on Google. You're going to see it. And what does that mean? Why am I telling you? Why is it relevant? Why should you care? Because what it does is it establishes credibility. That I actually said what I'm saying. I've done it. It is a fact. It is the truth. It is the truth. In fact, this is way off topic, but I got to give you this sidebar. Now, some of you may remember a man named Edward Snowden, who told a lot of Americans and the world a lot of the secrets of the United States government and how they spy on a lot of people and probably spy on every one of us. And he revealed those secrets. Now, how does that relate to me? Well, before he did that, before he had done that, years before, I actually came on YouTube, uploaded videos to YouTube, and I believe I titled it Surveillance Nation. And I told a lot of stuff about how we're spied on, even before Edward did. And then Edward told things that even I didn't know. But let me tell you something about your cell phone. And I may scare you, but it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about what they do, but understand they do it. Now, the FBI years ago admitted that they were spying on the Italian mafia, and that even when the Italian mafia had their cell phones off, the FBI was able to hear their conversations. So what's that mean? Yes, it means that when our cell phones are off, our tablets, our TVs are what we call off. Not really. Not really. So what did I do to protect myself? Not that I ever told any secrets that were bad, but I don't like to be spied on. I just don't like it. I don't like when people unnecessarily and really unjustly spy on us. I don't like it. So that being said, what I used to do is when I didn't want any chance of people spying on me for any reason, I would take the battery out of the phone, but I went further a lot of times. I would take the SIM card out. So I would essentially disassemble my phone. I would take out the battery and the SIM card, put it away, keep it away, like maybe in a plastic bag or whatever. Now, I want to tell you something. If you look at your phone, I don't know if all manufacturers are doing this, but nowadays, you really can't get the battery out of your phone. You can get the SIM card out of your phone. Now, that being said, the question now becomes, if we take out the SIM card, if we take out any memory card, a mini SD card, can they still hear us? I can't answer that. I don't know for sure if they can. My guess is it's a possibility, but because we don't have the SIM card, they may or may not be able to. What I can tell you is, and what all of you who've ever personally activated a cell phone or tablet and that kind of stuff, you do realize that even without that SIM card, you can't make any calls. Whoop, and that's not true. Even without your SIM card, in most cases, you can call the police or 911. Which leads me to suspect that if you can utilize your phone to call 911, the governments of the world can still spy on us, even with our phones off. And I believe that's why you can no longer take the battery out of your phone. Now, you can do it if you have the know-how. You might want to even go on YouTube and learn how to do it. I know I'm in the process of going to do that probably. And again, I don't do anything wrong. I'm sure you don't do anything wrong, but I don't like being spied on. I did it with the hands again. I apologize. Now, that being said, I want to inform you of something else. Now, this is in the corporation or corporate world. Many of us have discount cards for multiple places like gas stations or grocery stores. Now, years ago in California, it was either the grocery store chain Vons, V-O-N-S, or Ralph's. I believe it was Vons. Well, in any case, a man got hurt, and somehow he got hurt in their store or in the parking lot. And he brought a lawsuit. He brought litigation. And he had a Vons discount card or Ralph's, but I'm going to say Vons for now. They, in court, took the information and presented that he had had alcohol, that he had bought alcohol that day. Well, his attorney was able to demonstrate and prove with the preponderance of the evidence. As a matter of fact, let me correct myself. I don't even think he bought the beer. It was beer. I don't even know if he bought it the same day, but in any case, his attorney proved that he had not drank anything. What Vons wanted to do is not have to pay him any money, and they were trying to blame his injury on alcohol that he drank. Well, it turned out he didn't, and he did win the case. How is that relevant to you? It means that there's a really good chance that when we use those cards to get discounts, any card, they keep that data and they will use it against you if they feel up to it and if you try to sue them for something. So what we need to understand as a people in America and frankly around the globe is that, yeah, that data can and will be used against you. And especially if you commit a crime, your history in Facebook and YouTube and wherever can and you will be used against you in a court of law. Let me clearly state that one more time. If you commit a criminal act and you are caught, that data will be used against you in a court of law. What that really means, my friends, is everything you put on social media, everything you put online, everything you put anywhere and everywhere online can be tracked and can be used against you. And a lot of you already know that. I'm not telling you anything new. But why'd I go on this route? Taking it back home, rounding third, getting ready to sign off. I tell you these things because I want to protect you to the best of my ability. I'm not with you. I'm not in your country, your city, your state, in most cases. Unless you happen to live in Pittsburgh, PA. I'm in your city temporarily. But in any case, I'm going to give you all this stuff because I care about you. Now, I may have scared you when I just told you that tracking everything you do, because they probably are. In fact, I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Everything we're doing, including right now, what I'm doing, what you're doing, we're being tracked. Most of our apps even say we're being tracked. So we're being tracked multiple times by multiple companies, possibly governments. I'm not saying our U.S. government is always tracking us. I'm not saying they're absolutely tracking us, but I'm saying it's a really good possibility. But let me get back to closing. I told you these extra things, all this hour long or whatever it is, because I want you to have a complete life filled with abundance. Now, yes, there are ways to protect ourselves from being tracked. Unfortunately, with regards to our cell phones, our computers, our notebooks, or our tablets, if we don't want to be tracked, we wouldn't be able to do anything on the internet because almost every single app, including YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, X, or Twitter, LinkedIn, you name it, they do some tracking. They get data. In fact, let's go back to Facebook and YouTube. 99% of the money that YouTube and Facebook uses comes from each and every one of us. They sell our information. They don't just track it, they sell it. They're making money off of us right this very moment. They're earning money off of us. So, this is a perfect way to tell you why I want you to get in business. Actually, I wasn't planning on any of this. This just happened to happen. This is exactly why you need to join LG or a different company and earn money. Your information is being used for these other multi-billion-dollar companies to earn money. It's your turn. Now, let's pretend and hypothesize you get into LG. You become an affiliate or even just a member, which is a big deal. And congratulations, because when you become a member of LG, you have just changed your life. Even if you're not an affiliate, my friends, you don't know it yet, but you changed your life. And I could say it, because I'm going to show you a little something. This is my tumbler that holds liquid drinks, like whatever. Like usually I put water in it. But right now, today, this is my tumbler with my LG drink, and this is my Ranger filled with Crystal Geyser water. Excuse me, Crystal Geyser natural spring water. For the record, I did not bring that out for the purposes of advertising or just, as a gimmick. I did it because I was thirsty. If you notice, I didn't tell you what LG drinks are in there or powders. Now, if you want me to tell you, I want to get a please tell me or let me know or something, or what's up or whatever. Or you can just text me at 412-559-2731. The only reason why I don't want to tell you necessarily is I don't want it to look like a commercial. I know I already did the infomercial part, but I did that for your benefit. Now, having said that, let's pretend you don't get in at Live Good or LG. If you get into another business or side hustle, and you like, I wonder if that guy Al would be willing to give me any advice, being that I didn't get into his business or team. You don't need to wonder. I love people. You can text me. I don't care if you're selling shoes. I don't care if you're out there with a food truck selling some kind of food. It's all good. See, I'm not that guy. I'm not that person like, well, you didn't join my team, so forget it. That's not me. You remember when I said I'm different than almost anybody? That was not a lie. That was not a lie. I am not going to lie to you. Go ahead and watch some of my Humanity Matters Live episodes. There are going to be times when you're going to be scratching your head saying, did he really say that? Well, you won't be scratching your head, but you'll be like, I know he didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Because I believe in the late Martin Luther King. He said things like, when there's injustice anywhere, there's injustice everywhere. He also said, when there's inequality anywhere, there's inequality everywhere. And it's true. So, in closing, finally, the El Torcaso is going to shut up. Yes, I like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yes, I still like wrestling. Yes, I know who Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is. And yes, I was kind of not imitating him, but using some of his words. Yes, I was. What can I say? If Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson ever sees this, hey, Dwayne, what's up? How you doing? Dwayne "The Rock." When I meet him someday, God willing, I will most likely either address him as Mr. Johnson, or if he's okay with it, Dwayne. Well, I can use The Rock, but I like to use people's name. That means like Miss Ellis and all of you. Now, sometimes I have some issues with pronouncing your last name, so I may just use your initial. But fortunately, Annette is a genius when it comes to words, pronunciation of words, and names. So I'm glad she's on my team. But in closing, all of you have greatness in you, like Les Brown says, who's on YouTube. You need to look him up. But like I say, and I even heard Les start to say it sometimes, you don't just have greatness in you. You have genius in you. Let me be clear. You may not feel that way. You may not have ever been treated that way. You might feel that you're not good at anything. Well, let me tell you, friends, that's not true. You've been abused. You haven't been taught right. And I don't say that as a condescending way. You see, the problem is a lot of times in our lives, we're actually taught wrong, and we're learning from people in the wrong way, or we're picking up their habits the wrong way. And so our mindset gets set in our ways. In fact, there's a doctor, Dr. Bruce Lipton. He explains it, and we form our lifestyle and our lives form by the age of 7 years old. And he explains it, so you need to look up Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's called a paradigm. And all that I can tell you is, you may not feel that you have genius in you. I'm here to tell you, you do. One day I hope to individually share or have you share your story with me. That's right, 412-559-2731. On a personal level. I'm not talking about broadcasting it, but on a very personal level. You see, I told you I'm different. I don't say that because I think I'm all that in a bag of chips, please. All the glory goes to God. But I do care. And I am going to keep fighting with my voice and with writing until the majority of people on this planet know that they matter. You matter. And I got to tell you, earlier I noticed that Tay actually, Sanders was in here, at least for a little bit. I should have told him that I was going live, but I need to explain to him one reason why I didn't do that. I had thought about it, come to think of it, but I didn't because I believed he was at his job, and I don't want to, at his current job, I should say, because that man is going to be a multimillionaire, even though he don't know it yet. With God's mighty help, I believe, I can only say I believe because I'm not God. With God's mighty help, I believe that Ty Sanders and his entire family will become a multimillionaire. With God's mighty help, I believe I'm going to be a multimillionaire. And guess what, guys and gals? You have the potential to become multimillionaires. And one thing I do want to caution you, now I'm getting ready to go for real. You want to become rich. Don't say that you don't, that you're comfortable at a certain level. No, you don't put that in your head. You want to become, if you could become the richest person on earth, you want to do that. I'll tell you why. You don't have to have all that money just for you. But when you have that money, you can save lives. What if one of your friends gets a deadly disease like cancer? Or what if they need an operation? Or what if they develop heart disease or Parkinson's or whatever it is? If you are a billionaire or a millionaire, a multimillionaire or a billionaire, think of what you can do for your friend or your family or yourself or animals. See, my friends, I used to feel that way too. I'd be happy with this. I'd be happy. No, I'm not saying I wouldn't be happy with being a millionaire. Of course I would. I'd be overjoyed. I'd be more than happy. Oh, yeah. But we don't limit our brain. We don't limit anything like that. Because the more we earn, the more we can help people. Now, if you became a multi-billionaire, you kept it all to yourself, and I'm sorry, going to be greedy and or selfish? No. You shouldn't do that. I'm not trying to be your dad, your uncle, or whatever, or your mom. I'm a guy, so I could be your brother. I could be your uncle. I could be your nephew. I could be your dad, but I sure ain't going to be no boy. I love women, but number one, I have the woman in my life that's going to stay for the rest of my life, God willing. So I am not looking. But, and I love women. Don't get me wrong. But no offense to all you women, I would never want to be one. Oh, no, 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 no. I had done acting for 20 years. And let me just tell you, in one role I had to play, the character was a woman. And let me just tell you this. I'm sorry, all the glory goes to God and everything. I wanted to knock my so-called director out. He had me wearing things I just never wanted to wear in my life. Never will want to wear. He had me dressed as a woman, unfortunately. That was years and years ago, like 20 years ago. And no offense, but I would never do it again. Nope, not going to happen. Did not like it. Did not want to be it. No offense to anybody, but I'm a man, and I'm glad that I'm a man, and I'm always going to be a man. God willing, if I ever got reborn, I'd be a man. I'm a man. Sorry about that. Couldn't help my sidebar there. But yeah, seriously, to all the men out there that are blessed to have a wife, girlfriend, or some women in your life, treat them like queens and princesses. Trust me, guys, you don't ever want to be a woman. Women go through some stuff. So more power to the women. And I am proud of you women. Because you go through a lot of stuff. So God bless you. Now in closing, I love all of you. I love each and every one of you. I'm never going to stop loving you from a spiritual aspect. I'm never going to stop fighting for you. And even if you hate hearing it, I'm always going to be upfront with you, no matter what. So you might want to do some research on who I really am. Not that I haven't shared 50 billion things with you, but you can see some of my TV series, and I'm telling you, you are going to be shocked. That is almost a guarantee. I'm not God. I can't guarantee it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, I can't believe he said that. I said it. Now I am getting ready to close. Unfortunately, I have to go straight to the phone. So yes, I'm going to have a tight shot or a close-up. So for all of you that came in or will come in, God bless you. Thank you. You're amazing. You're geniuses. Get yourself a side hustle and get paid because you deserve it. You deserve it. God bless you. I love you. Now, hopefully I can get this thing uploaded. Love you all, and God bless you.